Daenerys.
I was just wondering if you could say anything about the adaptation, the change from Jeyne Westerling to Talisa.
Well,
And is she a spy?
she asked if I would talk about the change in the show from Jeyne Westerling to Talisa of Volantis. The first upshot of that was Richard Madden. I mean, we had this wonderful actor, Richard Madden. He'd done a great job playing Robb Stark. And if you look at the book, you know, Robb is there right at the beginning, and then he leads his army west, and he's gone the entire book. I mean, we find out what's happening because occasionally a raven arrives, and you know, Cat gets a report that Robb has won another battle in the west. And David and Dan, I think, rightly felt that it would be very foolish to, you know, not see Richard Madden for an entire season. And not only foolish, there are practical considerations in that. I mean, what, do you pay him? Do you pay an actor for an entire season of work and don't use him? That's a waste of money, and every money is necessary. But if you don't pay him and just expect to hire him back for the third season, then maybe he takes a job with someone else, and then when you turn around and you want to hire him back, he's no longer available because he's now on the Tudors or something, or the Borgias. I mean, he's a terrific young actor, so we didn't want to do that. So the first decision was the decision made that we would keep, we would show Robb, we would follow Robb, and we would show what he was doing in the West when he was separated from Catelyn in the books. And then at some point, David and Dan also made the decision that they would have him, you know, have the relationship on screen with the woman that he would ultimately marry. But they made changes to her backstory, which really you'd have to ask them about it. Not quite sure. I guess they just thought there was a more interesting character. My contribution when I got that, I looked at, they made her a noblewoman from Volantis and all of this stuff, and I said, well, okay, but don't call her Jeyne anymore. Jeyne is not a Volantine name. If you're going to change the character so completely and not make her the daughter of the Lannister bannerman, make her instead this healer from Volantis, you have to give her a Volantine name. Instead of just being Jeyne, so in that sense I changed the name, and there we are. Yeah.
Okay, so in regarding very little birds, I got into an argument because of the conversation under King's Landing. Does he have their tongues cut out?
Well, there's some evidence, yes.
Okay.
Not that he does it himself. They're provided to him in that fashion.
Okay. Thank you.
The decline of the Night's Watch, is that something that the Maester who wrote The World of Ice and Fire, is that something he talks about, or are they even aware of
Well,
them?
everybody's aware of it, but the whole question is the Night's Watch even necessary? And it's necessary, how big a force is necessary, you know? Those who have lost the faith that there's anything out there besides the wildlings don't think it needs to be very big. Why should it be very big? There's such savages who come occasionally and, you know, steal horses and women and you know, food, and then run back. So you don't need a whole army to fight them, you know. But of course, you and I know that there may be a little more to worry about than they're presently assuming. Yes.
Where's Littlefinger doing Robert's Rebellion?
Excuse me?
Where's Littlefinger doing Robert's Rebellion?
What did Littlefinger do during Robert's Rebellion? Probably not a whole hell of a lot. He was probably back on his home lands. I mean, he had been wounded, you know, quite seriously in his duel with Brandon Stark only shortly before that, and he was actually close to death there. It took a while for him to recover, and you know, then he got thrown out because Hoster totally didn't like him, you know, fooling around with the daughters. Yes, back by the wall.
Yeah, the cataclysm in the Song of Ice and Fire that changes the seasons, Is an explanation of that going to appear in the narrative of the books, or is that going to be in the contents of the book?
An explanation of what?
Whatever cataclysm caused the change of the seasons, so that they're years long instead of, you know.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah. It's magic, you know, it's a fantasy, so. I get letters all the time from people trying to work it out as if it was science fiction. So, well, let's give it the triple star system, and one of the orbits is, you know, et cetera, and occasionally there's a balloon that comes through and no.